until I was about 7 years of age, I probably helped to sweep the kitchen and help with the dishes. But it was when I was 7 years of age I learned to milk a cow. And from there on, I milked cows all through my school years, and we had to go up through the vineyards. Well, how far would the...
Yeah, quarter of a mile.
About a quarter of a mile, and we'd milk the cows in the open and bring the milk buckets back and put the milk through the separator. And we'd set that separator going, and we'd be watching for the 9 o'clock train to come into the railway station bringing in the school teachers. And if the separator hadn't finished, we'd say, "Mum, we have to leave now because the teachers are coming along Railside Avenue," which was Station Road in those days, "and we want to get to school, otherwise we'll get the cane." When we were going to school, we were dressed up very neatly, but after school we'd come home and change into working clothes, and we'd either go out into the vineyard and help to strip leaves off the vine or pick up prunings, and we had to help Mum in the kitchen and with the washing. It was all done under a pine tree that was right next to the house. We used to have our meals out underneath this pine tree, and it was really lovely. My mother was a great gardener. She loved planting things, and whatever she put in the ground always grew. So everybody used to say she had green fingers. Her vegetables were beautiful. Once she had a cabbage growing, it was huge, so she thought she'd put it in the local show, and she won the prize for it. She used to grow carrots, parsnips, lettuce, onions, radishes, beans, cucumbers, marrows, corn, tomatoes. She had the seed from Lebanon for the tomatoes because they were huge tomatoes. In those days you could bring seed in without having to declare it. And for years she kept taking the seed out of the tomatoes and replanting every year. She used to have beautiful crops. What else was there? Watermelons, pumpkin. She had just about every known vegetable growing in her garden, and it was a great success. And we lived off the vegetables that were growing in the garden. Didn't worry about going to the shop and buying them. Oh, we grew potatoes, silver beet, parsley, mint. We had sage growing. We had thyme, the spring onions. We had all that. There was hardly a vegetable that she didn't grow. And my mother grew tomato plants, and they were so strong and healthy that people would come to buy from her and they wouldn't buy from the nurseries. Mum had flowers, but we never sold the flowers there. But back in Lebanon, my mother used to have rose gardens. This would be over in the valley. They grew these roses, and they used to pick the petals and send them to France for making scent. And roses and daisies, dahlias, magnolia, tree snapdragons, and all that kind of flowers we had in the garden. Yes, snapdragons, I remember those. And there were exias, freesias, all that. Violets, double stock. She had a beautiful garden. There was nothing that she planted that didn't grow. It always grew. She always made it a matter of prayer before going out to work in the garden, to pray and ask the Lord to bless the soil and bless the seed that was going to be planted.